Hello and welcome again to our grassy garden that is less grassy this time. I wanted to show you the progress with our garden and the grass issue, and it is really much better. We've changed some of the spaces and we have planted a lot of summer things. I will show you let's say a tour of all the things that we have planted. Some of the things are the same, obviously. We have decided to keep all our kale and cabbage plants. We have several types of kale, as you can see. We have the red and the green kale. I think this is something that once I started growing it in our previous garden, I think I will never really change to another one. I really like the kale plants and the taste it has. And then something else that I will always grow is chicory. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a tiny insect, and this is why I keep all of them. Let's see if we can get it into focus. It's not easy. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I absolutely love chicory flowers. And the advantage to come to the garden at this time is that we have plenty of them. Now, I remember that I have read in a place that they call them 2 o'clock because by 2 o'clock they will close. And I'm pretty sure that this is true, because in the afternoon, when we are here normally, they are, almost all of them are pretty much closed. So probably the name is true. We have added as well a new space for tomato plants, and we have planted some red basil as well together with them. We don't have stakes, but although these are cherry tomatoes, we need to stake them as well. And our other tomatoes are not doing great. I will show you what is happening with them in a moment. And here we have aubergines, and I have these tiny okra plants. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe there was that cold weather we had, a couple of rainy weeks. This week will be rainy, as they seem to expect. We don't know, but apparently it will be rainy. So the okra plants are maybe a month and a half old, and they are really small. I don't know whether they will be okay. We have more tomato plants here. We started these ones from seed. This is the black cream variety. I am not very sure if I pronounce it correctly. I hope so. And they have flowers, and hopefully at some point we're gonna get fruit on them as well. So our other tomatoes, as you can see, it's a little bit work in progress. Don't get too impressed. Our tomatoes had, I don't know what exactly. One of our neighbors said that it might be aphids. I think we pruned them too hard, and there were some rainy days afterwards. So yeah, I don't think they're doing great. They were planted 1.5 months ago, maybe even 2 months, and you can see they are not in a really good state, but we're gonna see. They have at least some tomatoes, so, and there's nothing like a homegrown tomato, so we're very, very anxious about these ones. And then we've planted some new things. We've planted beetroot. Maybe it's a little bit late for it. Here we are in zone 9, so it might be late, but we will see. And we've planted lettuce as well, and we have this combination in some other parts of the garden that I will show you. Zinnia and some coriander that we are drying for seed. We have more zinnias, these tiny little cucumbers that are recovering. They're actually full of flowers, so let's see. And we have some, these are giallo beans. I am not very sure if I pronounce it correctly. And then we have another zinnia flowers, a Chinese cabbage, and our chicory plants that are here on purpose so that we can get seed from them. This is quite difficult for me. But yeah, they are really tall, you can see. And then here I have planted a type of a cucumber that is called Pepino Alficoz in Spanish. It is like in between a cucumber and a melon, according to what I've read. And they have really long whitish fruits. They say that they're better than the cucumber because they don't turn bitter. We will see. When it's really hot here, I suppose anything can turn bitter. And then we've got these plants that are pattypan squash. We have white and we have yellow ones, and some of them I think are this one here. It's getting probably some flowers. Then we have peppers. We cut the grass, we replanted some of the peppers, and we planted some red basil, and I think there's something munching on the basil there. And then we have another space with peppers, and I planted some beetroot together with the peppers, more basil, and we have some lettuce and beetroot in all this row here, more basil, and then we have more zinnias, and this one suffered an accident when we were cleaning the area, but it will eventually be fine, I hope. And then we have these huge Galician cabbage plants that are probably the ones that have grown the most. And then we have another space here with more type like colored greens. Here in Portugal we have at least 5 or 6 local varieties of sort of colored greens, and these are some of them. This is what they commonly call penca. This is not like that tall one, they're a little bit different. And then we have some calendula flowers. As you've seen in our previous videos, I absolutely love calendula, but here so far it hasn't been too successful. We have some tiny basil plants that have gone to seed, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We will be updating you with how the things go, and as well we are going to have probably a recipe just to show you how you can use leftover greens. We've got something to show you that includes Chinese cabbage. This one is a little bit bug eaten, but it will still make for a nice salad or something else that I can show you after. Thank you very much for joining me, and I wish you all the best.